My name is Paul Farvar, and I have the privilege today of interviewing my friend, who I've known for over 20, 30 years maybe now, author, entrepreneur, and friend, Parham Parastaran. Welcome.
Thank you.
To my office.
And I think it's more like 30-some years.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell people
to
figure out.
You were 8.
I don't want people to figure out my age because, it's not cool.
Actually, it's 38 years.
All right. No, that can't be right.
Yeah,
but
you were 8.
We'll agree to
7,
disagree. So I want to start off by saying you wrote this amazing book called Perfect Pain. And when you first told me you were writing the book, I didn't know what to expect. In fact, I read a lot of memoirs and autobiographies. That's what I spend a lot of my time on. You know that. And I've never known you to be a person who reads books, let alone write one. And so when you asked me to look at a first edition, I recall I was on a trip to go to Los Angeles, and I had maybe 3 hours of sleep. I was like, I'll take it on the plane, and I'll just read it to help me fall asleep. And I didn't sleep on that trip. That whole ride, that whole flight, I read your whole book, and I think I remember calling you when I landed and saying how amazing it was and how proud and surprised I was at the book. I mean, there were so many things that you revealed in that book that I didn't even know, knowing you for over 30 years. Having never written a book, this is your first time out, and I know how hard it is to write myself as a writer in different capacities. And I couldn't believe how amazing your voice came along. For people that don't know you, it actually came across pretty fairly, as if you were telling a story, or multiple stories, I should say. How did you see? You never told anyone you were writing this book, so how did you even start?
It was so at that time when you saw it, it was basically about 6 years ago, five and a half years ago, right now. So when you saw it, I was done. It wasn't 100% done because you actually helped me quite a bit through the last stage of it. But it was for the most part it was done. Everything was done, and I started writing it by myself. And I had named the book before I even wrote the first chapter. I was in a deep part of therapy, and I think that happens at some points in therapy with people. And for me at that point, I think I had been in therapy for 11 years. And it was just one of those moments I had that I literally just remember going to the computer, and I thought of what I wanted to express. And it's as if the whole book was kind of like inside me. I actually even named the book before I even wrote it, and the whole kind of thing, like I just saw like all the chapters kind of laid out and what I wanted to do it. So I just started writing, and it started off as just maybe cathartic. It started off as therapeutic, obviously. It started off as kind of fun, just writing, because I've always liked being creative, and I've always liked that. I just never had moments and opportunities to really like present my creativity. And so it just kind of started, and then it went. And so I didn't tell a lot of people. I told nobody. I mean, my wife knew, and she was skeptical. She was reading, and she's like, why do you want to tell a story about some deep stuff and difficult stuff? And I just felt like I needed to.